Hi everyone, it's Bonita from Pennies to Dollars. And today I thought we would talk about being frugal versus being cheap. Sometimes frugal, I think, gets confused with cheap, but they are two different things. And cheap isn't even necessarily bad. We have learned to think that it is bad, but some of the definitions for cheap are getting something at a low price, getting something affordable, getting something reasonably priced, getting a bargain, getting a discount, getting something reduced, getting something at low cost, getting something maybe that is of little value, or someone that is unwilling to spend money, which is the main thing that we think that cheap means. A person that has money that won't spend it or won't donate it or won't use it when they really need to use it. That is the most common way that we think of as being cheap. But being frugal has so many positive things. It means you're thrifty. It means you're sparing or economical, that you save, that you're careful with your money, that you're prudent, that you're cautious, that you're unwasteful, which is the main thing that frugal means today, and that you're being sensible with your money and that you're self-disciplined. Those are not bad things. Those are good things. And I'm so happy that frugal is finally getting the place that it deserves in this world in 2021 as being a good thing and not being a bad thing. So many people are learning to be frugal with their money so that they can have the things that they really want or have the vacations that they really want. They're finding that some of these material things that we waste our money on really is not worth the value that we have spent over our lifetime to acquire. And now we're finding that we could have used that money in a better way. For instance, a lot of frugal people have started having less clothing or a capsule wardrobe that you hear about. And so often you will see me doing videos in many of the same shirts that I wear in other videos. That's because I have a small amount of clothing that I wear all the time. And I am still working on decluttering the clothing that I don't wear, that I've spent so much money on over the years, and I don't even wear, and I don't even use. So why not donate that to one of those places that can resell it, and someone else can benefit from that? So that's not being cheap when you're donating things, but that is being frugal when you're wearing a capsule wardrobe and you're not buying other things because you're only wearing maybe a half a dozen shirts. So that is an example. Another example is my car was not running right this week. And I have a car with 252,000 miles on it, and it was cutting out and it was choking and it wasn't wanting to start. And yes, I'm a farm girl and I can tell you when something's wrong, but I can't always tell you how to fix it. We learn how to hear things from noises. Oh, my car doesn't sound right, or my car doesn't feel right, but we don't always know how to fix it. Well, I opened the hood and right away I saw that one of my battery cables was corroded. And I thought back to my frugal childhood of how my dad would mix baking soda and water and he would pour it on the battery and it would take the corrosion off. So I looked up on the internet how to make that small solution, mixed it in a water bottle, poured it on my battery, chipped away some of the other bits of corrosion that was on there, and it fired right up and it's driving just like a top again. So sometimes we can fix things on our own without spending money. That's another example of being frugal. Frugal is meaning that you use things up, that you wear it out before you buy more, that you make do with what you have so that you can save up for something better or something else that you want, that you can repurpose things that you find in your house to make something work. And we do this so often because I live in the country and I live almost an hour from any major auto parts store, major clothing stores, car dealerships, anything like that. So a lot of times we have learned to repurpose and make do with what we have. And when something breaks, I'm looking around the house going, what can I use instead? What can I use to fix this item? Can we get by without it? Do we really even need it? Do we need to spend the money on it? And sometimes it's hard, like when you have an old car, to let go of that money to buy a newer one. And sometimes you're forced to do that. But if you can use it as long as you can and be frugal and take care of it, a lot of times that will save you so much money towards the next car by not spending the money to get a brand new car, because you can have less insurance, less car payments, and you still have a car. It doesn't have to be the newest car to be a sensible car, to be a useful car, and to do what it needs to do to get you from point A to point B. And so I always keep a written budget. And until you keep a written budget so you know where your money is supposed to go, and then keep track of where your money actually is going, it is hard to be frugal. And sometimes it forces you to avoid the problem by not actually knowing what the problem is. And so I encourage everyone to not only track your expenses, but track where your money is supposed to go and see if you even have enough money to match where it is supposed to go. So if we spend money sensibly, we actually make our money work for us. Even if we're not investing it, we're investing it to make it sensibly work for us. And isn't that a wonderful way to think of frugal as a definition? I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, please give it a thumbs up, and I would love to have you follow my channel. Have a great week.